gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Are your nostrils a quiver and tingling as well at the delicate, luscious, ambrosial smell? Yes, they are, I can tell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that aroma enriching the breeze is like nothing compared to succulent sources the gourmets among you will tell you, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't imagine the rapture in store just inside of this door. There, your sample, Mrs. Lovett's meat pies, savoury and sweet pies, as you'll see. You who eat pies, Mrs. Lovett's meat pies, conjure up the treat pies used to be.
Over here, boy, how about some ale?
Can we have some service over here, boy? Got this one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Toby?
coming! Excuse me.
Ale there?
Right, Mum.
Quick now.
God, that's good.
Nice to see you, dearie. How have you been keeping? Call me Bones is weary. Toby, one for the gentleman here. The birdie's cheeping. Helps to keep it cheery. Toby, throw the old woman out.
God, that's good.
What's your pleasure, dearie? No, we don't cut slices. Call me eyes is bleary. Toby, none for the gentleman. I could up me prices. I'm a little leery. Business couldn't be better though.
God, that's good.
Knock on wood. Psst, excuse me. Psst, do you see to the customers? Yes, what, love? Quick, though the trade is brisk.
But it's 6 o'clock.
So it's 6 o'clock.
It was due to arrive at 5:15,
And
it's
it's
6
probably
o'clock.
already down the block. It'll be here.
I've been waiting all day.
For a beer and
But it
stop
should have been
worrying,
here
dear.
by now.
Now.
Pies.
Will you
back
wait
when it
there
comes.
coolly? 'Cause me customers truly are getting unruly. And what's your pleasure, dearie? Whoops, I beg your pardon. Just me and this weary. Toby, run for the gentleman. Don't you love the garden? Always makes me teary. Must be one of them foreigners.
God, that's good. That is delicious.
What's my secret? Oh, frankly, dear, forgive my candid family secret. All to do with herbs. Things like being careful with your coriander. That's what makes a gravy grander.
More hot pies. More hot. More pies.
Psst, excuse me. Psst, dear, see to the customers. Yes, what, love? Quick, though the trade is brisk.
But it's here,
It's where?
coming up the
But I'll
stair.
get rid of this lot as they're still pretty hot and then
It's about to be opened, or don't you care?
I'll be there,
But we have to prepare.
I'll never be sold if I let them get cold, oh, and incidentally, dearie, you know Mrs. Mooney, sales have been so dreary. Toby, poor thing is penniless. What about that loony? Looking sort of beery. Oh, well, God come uppance, and that'll be frappance and
God, that's good. Such is she. Have you licious ever tasted smell such? Oh my God, what more? That's pies good.
Is that a chair fit for a king? A wondrous,
It's
neat
gorgeous.
and most
It's
particular
gorgeous.
chair. You tell me, where is there a seat can have
It's
compare
perfect.
with this
It's
particular
gorgeous.
thing? I have a few minor
You
adjustments
make your few minor
to
adjustments.
make. They'll take.
You take your
A
time,
moment.
I'll go. See
I'll
to the
call
customers.
you. I have another friend.
Is that a pie fit for a king? A wondrous,
It's
sweet
gorgeous.
and most
It's
particular
gorgeous.
thing. You see, ma'am, why there's no meat pie can compete
perfect.
with this
It's
delectable
gorgeous.
pie. The crust all velvety and
The crust all
wavy,
velvety
that
and
glaze,
wavy.
those crimps,
That glaze.
and then those
crimps.
succulent ladies.
And
One
those succulent
with
ladies.
one glimpse,
Thick.
so tender that you surrender.
Excuse me. Psst, dear, see to the customers. Yes, what,
Quick, now.
love? Oh, me heart's a flutter.
When I pound the floor,
When you pound the floor.
it's a signal to show
Yes,
that
you
I'm
told
ready
me
to
I know
go
you'll
when I
be ready
pound
to
the
go. When
floor.
you pound the floor, will you trust me? Will
I
you
just want to be
trust me?
sure
When in the life of the
when I'm
whistles
certain that
blow.
you're in place, I'll pound 3 times. 3 times. And then you 3 times. If you exactly
More hot pies.
Hot.
More hot.
Dry.
More pies. More.
Wait!
More hot pies. More hot. More pies. More hot pies.
Eat them slow and feel the crust how thin she rolled it. Eat them slow, cause everyone's a prize. Eat them slow, cause that's the lot, and now we sold it. Come again tomorrow.
Hold it!
More hot pies.
Bless my eyes. Fresh supplies. How about you
Is that
do
pie fit for a king? Oh, wondrous sweet and most
God watches over
delectable
us,
thing.
didn't have
You
any
see
clue.
them waters the meat pie.
Toby, throw the old woman out!
That's good. That is delicious. Ever tasted, smelled such? Oh my God, what perfect more. That's pies, such flavor. God, that's good.
I feel you, Joanna. I feel you. Do they think that walls can hide you? Even now I'm at your window. I am in the dark beside you, buried sweetly in your yellow hair, Joanna.
And are you beautiful and pale with yellow hair like her? I'd want you beautiful and pale the way I dreamed you were, Joanna. And if you're beautiful, what then with yellow hair like wheat? I think we shall not meet again, my little dove, my sweet Joanna. Goodbye, Joanna. You're gone and yet you're mine. I'm fine, Joanna. I'm fine.
Smoke, smoke, sign of the devil, city on fire. Witch, witch, smell it's an evil smell. Every night at the Vespers bell, smoke that comes from the mouth of hell. City on fire, city on fire. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
And if I never hear your voice, my turtle dove, my dear, I still have reason to rejoice. The way ahead is clear, Joanna. And in that darkness when I'm blind with what I can't forget, it's always morning in my mind, my little lamb, my pet, Joanna. You stay, Joanna, the way I've dreamed you are. Oh, look, Joanna, a star.
Buried sweetly in your yellow hair,
A shooting star.
There, somebody look up there. Didn't I tell you, smell that air? City on fire. Mischief! Mischief! Mischief!
And though I'll think of you, I guess, until the day I die, I think I miss you less and less as every day goes by.
Beside me on Sunday, married on Sunday.
Beautiful and pale and look too much like her. If only angels could prevail, we'd be the way we were, Joanna. Wake up, Joanna. Another bright red day. We learn, Joanna, to say
Joanna! Joanna! Oh, sir, please tell me, what house is this?
That's Mr. Fogg's private asylum for the mentally deranged.
A madhouse?
I'd keep away from there if I were you.
Joanna! Joanna, open! Open the door!
Now, friends. What's with all this hollering and shouting?
Oh, sir, there's been a monstrous perversion of justice. A young woman the same as you or I has been incarcerated there.
Is that a fact? Now what is this young person's name?
Joanna.
Joanna. That wouldn't be by any chance Judge Turpin's ward.
He's the one. He's the devil incarnate who has done this to her.
You watch your tongue. That girl's as mad as the seven seas. I brought her here myself, so hop it.
You have no right to order me about.
No right. You just hop it, or I'm booking you for disturbing the peace, assailing an officer.
Is there no justice in this city? Are the officers of the law as vicious and corrupt as their masters? Joanna! Joanna! Get your hands off me!
After him! Get him! Bash him on the head if need be! That's the sort of scallywag that gets this neighborhood into disrepute!
Oh, nothing like a nice sit down, is there, after a hard day's work? Now we've got 4 and 3pence, 4 and 11pence. Oh, that makes £7, 9 shillings and 4 pence for this week. Not bad, and that don't include what I had to pay out for my nice cheery wallpaper, all the harmonium. And a real bargain that was, dear, it being only partly singed when the chapel burnt down. Mr. T, are you listening to me?
Of course.
Then what did I just say, eh?
And there must be a way to the judge.
Oh, the bloody old judge! We've got a nice, respectable business now. Money coming in regular, and since we're careful to pick and choose only strangers and such like what who won't be missed, let's we catch on. Oh, Mr. Todd, I'm so happy I could eat you up, I really could. You know what I'd like to do, Mr. Todd, what a dream. If the business stays as good, where I'd really like to go in a year or so. Don't you want to know?
Of course.
Oh, do you really want to know?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, I've always had a dream ever since I was a skinny little slip of a thing, and my rich Aunt Nettie used to take me to the seaside August bank holiday. Oh, by the pier, making little castles in the sand, and I can still feel my toes like wiggling around in the briny. By the sea, Mr. Todd, that's a life I'd carve it. By the sea, Mr. Todd, oh, I know you'd love it. You and me, Mr. T, we could be alone in a house what we'd almost own down by the sea.
Anything you say.
Wouldn't that be smashing? With the sea at our gate, we'll have kipper daring. What I've swum to us straight from the Straits of Bering. Every night in the kip, when we're through our kippers, I'll be there slipping off your slippers by the sea, with the fishy splashing by the sea. Wouldn't that be smashing down by the sea?
Anything you say, anything you say.
I can see us waking, the breakers breaking, the seagulls squawking. Oh, I'll do me baking, then I'd go walking with you. Oh, I'll warm me bones on the esplanade, have tea and scones with me gay young blade. Then I'd knit a sweater while you write a letter, unless we've got better to do.
Anything you say.
Oh, think how snug it will be underneath our flannel when it's just you and me and the English Channel in our cosy retreat, kept all neat and tidy. We'll have chums over every Friday by the sea.
Anything you say.
Oh, don't you love the weather by the sea? We'll grow old together by the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Oh, I can see us now in our bathing dresses. You in a nice rich navy, and me in stripes. Perhaps it'll be so quiet that who'll come by it except a seagull. Oh, we shouldn't try it though till it's illegal for two. Oh, then a seaside wedding could be devised. Me rumpled bedding legitimised. Me eyelids all flutter, all turn into butter the moment I mutter I do. By the sea in our nest we could share our kippers with the odd paying guests from the weekend trippers. Have a nice sunny suite for the guests to rest in. Now and then you could do a guest in by the sea. Married nice and proper by the sea. Bring along your chopper to the seaside, oh, by the beautiful sea. Come on, dear, give us a kiss. Oh, that was lovely. Oh, now, Mr. T, you do love me just a little bit, don't you?
Of course.
Then how about it? Of course, there'd have to be a little visit to St. Swithin's to legalise things, but that wouldn't be too painful, would it?
I'll make them pay for what they did to Lucy.
Now, dear, you listen to me. It's high time you forgot all about your morbid fancies. Your Lucy's gone, poor thing. It's your Nelly now. Here, have a nice bonbon.
Mr. Todd, I found her. I found Joanna.
You have?
That monster of a judge has had her locked away in a madhouse.
Where?
At Fogg's Asylum. Oh, Mr. Todd, she's in there with those screaming, gibbering maniacs.
A madhouse? Joanna is as good as rescued. Where do you suppose all the wigmakers of London go to obtain their human hair? Bedlam! They get their hair from the lunatics at Bedlam.
Then you think...
Fogg's Asylum, why not? For the right amount, they will sell you the hair off any madman's head. We will write a letter to this Mr. Fogg, offering the highest price for hair the exact shade of Joanna's, which I trust you know.
Yellow.
No, not exact enough. I must make you into a credible wigmaker, and quickly. There's tawny, and there's golden saffron, there's flaxen, and there's blonde. Repeat that.
Yes, Mr. Todd.
Well?
There's tawny, and there's golden saffron, there's flaxen, and there's blonde.
Good. There's coarse and fine, there's straight and curly, there's grey,
coarse
there's
and
white,
fine,
there's
straight
ash, there's
and
curly,
curly,
there's
grey,
corn
there's white,
yellow,
there's ash,
there's
there's curly,
straw,
there's
and
corn
apricot.
yellow.
Sweeney waited too long before our but never again, he swore.
Fortune arrived, Sweeney it sang, Sweeney was ready and Sweeney sprang.
Sweeney's problems went up in smoke, all resolved with a single stroke.
Sweeney was sharp, Sweeney was burning, Sweeney began the engines turning.
With finer textures, ash looks fairer,
Good.
which makes it rare, but flaxen's
Good,
rarer.
good. No,
yes, yes, I know.
flaxen's
Cheaper, not rarer.
Here's the money. And here's the pistol. For kill if you must. Kill.
I'll kill a dozen jailers if it need be to set her free.
Then off with you, off. But Anthony, listen to me once again. When you have rescued her, bring her back here. I shall guard her when you hire the chaise to Plymouth.
I'll be with you before the evening's out, Mr. Todd. Oh, thank you, friend.
Most honourable Judge Turpin.
Most honorable, honorable.
I venture thus to write you this urgent.
Not to warn you that the
the
hot-blooded
hot-blooded
young
young
sailor
As a better
Joanna.
Joanna.
from the institution where you
So wisely
confined her.
but hoping to earn your favor,
I have persuaded the boy to lodge her here tonight at my tonsorial parlor in Fleet Street. If you want her again in your arms, hurry after the night falls. She will be waiting.
Your obedient, humble servant, Sweeney Todd.
Show that sign up, Mum.
Oh, that's my boy. Look, dear, a lovely muffler, and guess who it's for?
For me?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, you're so good to me, Mum. Sometimes when I think what it was like with Signor Pirelli, it seems like the good Lord sent you for me.
Oh, it's just my warm heart, dear. Room enough there for all God's creatures.
You know, Mum, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. If there was a monster or an ogre or anything bad like that what was after you, I'd rip it apart with my bare fists, I would.
Oh, what a sweet child it is.
Or even if it was just a man.
A man, dear.
A man what was bad. What might be luring you all unbeknownst into his evil deeds, like.
What is this? What are you talking about?
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
Of course not, dear, and why should it?
Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around.
What do you mean, a man?
Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays.
Yeah, and so they are, dear.
I'll send them howling, I don't care, on God's ways.
Of course you do. What a sweet, affectionate child it is.
No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare. Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time nothing can harm you, not while I'm around.
Oh, what is this this foolishness? What are you talking about?
Little thing I've been wondering about. It's him, you see. Mr. Todd. I know you fancy him, but men ain't like women. They ain't what you can trust as I've lived and learned. Not to worry, I may not be smart, but I ain't dumb. I can do it, put me to it, show me something I can overcome. Not to worry, Mom. Being close and being clever ain't like being true. I don't need to, I won't never hide a thing from you. Like some.
Now, Toby dear, haven't we had enough of this foolish chatter? Let's just sit nice and quiet for a bit.
That's Senor Pilates!
What was that, dear?
That proves it! What I've been thinking, that's his
No,
purse!
silly boy, it's just a little something Mr. T gave me for my birthday.
Mr. Todd gave it to you! Hey, and how did he get it? How did he get it?
Dear, in the pawn shop, dear. Oh, come on now. Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, darling, not while I'm
You don't
around.
understand the governor giving up his purse for 2 quid. It was in Mr. Todd's parlour that the governor disappeared.
Oh, boys and their fancies. What will we think of next? Here, dear, come and sit down next to your Aunt Nellie like a good boy. Oh, and look at your lovely muffler. How warm it's going to keep you as the days come drawing in, and it's just so becoming on you.
Demon to charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing's gonna harm you. Not while I'm around.
You know, dear, it's the strangest thing you coming to chat with me now of all moments, because as I was sitting here with my needles, I was thinking, what a good boy Toby is, so hard working and just so obedient. And I thought, know how you've always fancied coming into the bakehouse with me to help bake the pies?
Oh, yes, Mum. Indeed, Mum, yes.
Well, how about it?
You mean it? I can help make 'em and bake 'em.
No time like the present, is there?
Quite a stink, ain't there?
Them steps go down to the old cellars and the whiffs come up, love. God knows what's down there, so mouldy and dark, and there's always a couple of rats gone home to Jesus. Now, the bake oven's here.
They're big enough, ain't they?
Hardly big enough to bake all the pies we sell, dear. 10 dozen at a time. Always be sure to close the doors properly. Now, here's a grinder. You see, you pop the meat in and you grind it, and it comes out here. And you know the secret that makes the pies so sweet and tender. 3 times. You must put the meat through the grinder 3 times.
3 times, hey?
That's my boy. Smoothly. Smoothly. And as soon as a new batch of meat comes in, we'll put you to work.
Me? Baking pies along the road? Where are you going, Mum?
Back in a moment, dear.
Smoothly does it. Smoothly. Smoothly.
Mrs. Lovett! Mrs. Lovett!
Mr. Todd! Mr. Todd!
Sweet Polly Plunkett lay in the grass, turned her eyes heavenward, sighing. I am a lass who, alas, loves a lad who, alas, has a lass in Canterbury. 'Tis a row-dow, diddle-dow-day, 'tis a row-dow, diddle-dow-dee.
Oh, Beadle Bamford, I didn't know you were a music lover too.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Lovett. Fine instrument you've acquired.
Oh, yes, it's my pride and joy.
Well, ma'am, I hope you have a few moments, for I'm here today on official business.
Official?
That's it, ma'am. You see, there's been complaints
Complaints?
about the stink from your chimney. They say at night it's something foul. Health regulations being my duty, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to let me take a look.
At the bakehouse?
That's right, ma'am.
But It's locked and I don't have a key. Oh, it's Mr. Todd who's got the key and he's not here right now.
When will he be back?
Oh, I couldn't say, I'm sure.
Ah, one of Mother's favourites. If one bell rings in the Tower of Bray, ding dong, your true love will stay. Ding dong, one bell today in the Tower of Bray. Ding dong. What's that?
Oh, just my boy, the lad that helps me with the pies.
He's in the bakehouse.
Oh, yes, of course. But you see, he's simple in the head. Last week he ran off and we found him 2 days later down by the embankment, half-starved. Poor thing. So ever since then we locked him in for his own security.
Let's wait for Mr. Todd, won't we?
Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Todd's gone down to Wapping. Won't be back for hours. And he'll be ever so sorry to have missed you. Why, just the other day he was saying if only the beadle would grace my tonsorial parlour, I'd give him the most stylish haircut, the daintiest shave, all for nothing. So why don't you drop in some other time and take advantage of his offer?
That's real friendly of him.
Mrs. Lovett.
Back already? Look who's here, Mr. T, on some foolish complaint about the bakehouse or something. He wants the key, and I told him you had it. But there's no hurry, is there, sir? Oh, why don't you run upstairs with Mr. Todd and let him fix you up nice and pretty? There'll be plenty of time for the bakehouse later.
Well, tell me, Mr. Todd, do you pomade the hair? I dearly love a pomaded head.
Pomade, of course, and there's a nice facial rub with bay rum too, all for free.
Oh, sir, I take that very kindly.
I am entirely, sir, at your disposal.
Let's hope he can do it quietly. But just to be on the safe side, I'll provide a little musical send-off. Sweet Polly Blanket lay in the grass, turned her eyes heavenward sighing.
What's this? An ant? Black as a rook. Now, that ain't Mrs. Lovett, eh? Oh, some old black cow, probably. A bit of fingernail. Tansy. What's this in the wall here? No! Oh no! Mrs. Lovett! Mrs. Lovett! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Tis a row dow diddle dow day, tis a row dow diddle dow day. Sweet Polly Blanket lay in the grass, flew down the city road crying.
It's done.
Not yet, it isn't. The boy, he's guessed.
Guessed what?
About Pirelli, and since you weren't here, I locked him in the bakehouse. He's been yelling to awake the dead. We've got to look after him.
The judge is coming. I've arranged it.
Oh, you worrying about the bloody judge at a time like this? Come on!
The engine roared, the motor hissed.
And who could see how the road would twist? In Sweeney's note at the entries matched, a beetle arrived and a beetle dispatched.
To satisfy the hungry god
A Sweeney Todd,
the demon barber of Fleet Street.
Sweeney, 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 Sweeney.
Just this way, sir. You do me honor, Mr. Fogg. I agree it would be to our mutual interest to come to some arrangement in regard to mine. poor children's hair.
Your children.
We are one happy family here, sir, and all my patients are my children, to be corrected when they're naughty and rewarded with a sweetie when they're good. But to our business. Here is a charming yellow, a little dull in tone perhaps, but you can soon restore its natural gleam.
This one here has the hair the shade I see.
Ah, poor child, she needs so much correction. She sings all day and night and leaves the other inmates sleepless. Come, child, smile for the gentleman, and you shall have a sweetie. Now, where shall I cut?
Anthony!
Joanna,
What is this?
unhand her.
Why, you?
Stop, Mr. Fogg, or I'll fire.
Fire, and I will stop!
City on fire, rats in the grass and the lunatics yelling in the streets. It's the end of the world, yes, city on fire. Hunchbacks dancing, stirring in the ground and the whirring of giant wings. Watch out, look, blotting out the moonlight, thick black rain falling on the city on fire. City on fire, city on fire.
Will we be married on Sunday? That's what you promised, married on Sunday. That was last August. Kiss me.
There, look, crawling on the chimneys, great black crows screeching at the city on fire. City on fire, city on fire.
Toby, where are you?
Toby, where are you, lad?
Nothing's gonna harm you.
Toby,
Not while I'm around.
Toby,
Where are you hiding? Nothing's gonna harm you, darling. Not while
nothing
I'm
to be afraid of, boy.
around. Damn.
Toby.
Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays.
Toby.
City on fire, rats in the streets and the lunatics yelling at the moon. It's the end of the world, yes.
No good hiding, I saw you. Are you in there still, Beetle? Beetle, get her, but watch it. She's a wicked one. She'll deceive you with her fancy gowns and her fancy airs and her mischief, devil's work. Where are you, Beetle? Beetle.
Rats in the streets and the lunatics yelling at the moon. It's the end of the world, yes. City on fire, hunchbacks dancing, stirring in the grass. It's a got giant wings with the birds and the spreading of giant chimneys. Just black crows with the screeching at the city on fire.
Mr. Todd?
No one here. Where is this Mr. Todd?
No matter. He'll be back in a moment, for I trust him as I trust my right arm. Wait for him here, and I'll return with the coach in less than an hour.
But they are after us still. What if they trace us here? Oh, Anthony, please let me come with you.
No, my darling, there is no safety for you on the street.
Dressed in these sailor's clothes, who's to know it is I?
No, the risk is too great. Oh, miss, look at me, miss. Oh, look at me, please. Oh, favor me with your glance. Oh, miss, soon we'll be gone and sailing the seas and happily wed in France. And we'll sail the world and see its wonders, from the pearls of Spain to the ruins of Tibet, and we'll come back to London someday. And I'll be back before those lips have time to lose that smile.
Beetle.
Someone calling the Beetle. I knew it.
Beetle, where are you? Beetle, dear Beetle. Beetle. Little dumpling, Beetle dumpling, Beetle,
You! What are you doing here?
stink of evil from below, from her! Beto de Beto!
Out of here, woman!
She's the devil's wife. Oh, beware, sir, beware of her. She's with no pity in her heart.
Out, I say!
Hey, don't I know you, mister?
The judge. I have no time.
Where is she? Where is the girl?
Below, Your Honor, in the care of my neighbor, Mrs. Lovett. Thank heavens the sailor did not molest her. Thank heavens, too, she has seen the error of her ways.
He has?
Oh, yes, sir. Your lesson was well learned, sir. She speaks only of you, longing for forgiveness.
Oh, and she shall have it. She'll be here soon, you say?
I think I hear her now.
Oh, excellent, my friend.
Is that her dainty footstep on the stair?
I hear nothing.
Yes, isn't that her shadow on the wall?
Where?
There, primping, making herself even prettier than usual,
Even
if possible.
prettier. Oh, pretty women.
Pretty women, yes.
Quickly, sir, a splash of bay rum.
Sit, sir, sit.
Joanna, Joanna.
Pretty
Hurry,
women.
man.
Pretty women are
You're in a merry
wonderful.
mood again today, Barber.
Yes, sir.
What we
Pretty
do for
women,
pretty women.
Pretty women, blowing out their candles, or combing out their hair.
Then they leave, even when they leave you, and that is they somehow can still
are there.
How seldom it is one meets a fellow spirit.
With fellow tastes. In women, at least.
What? What was that?
The years, no doubt, have changed me, sir. But then I suppose the face of a barber, the face of a prisoner in the dark, is not particularly memorable.
Benjamin Parker!
Benjamin Barker! Rest now, my friend. Rest now forever. Sleep now the untroubled sleep of the angels. Tobias! My razor! You! What are you doing here? Speak!
Oh dear, excuse me, sir. I saw the barber's sign, so thinking to ask for a shave,
When? When did you come in?
Oh, sir, I beg of you, whatever I have seen, no man shall ever know. I swear it. Oh, please,
A shave,
sir.
eh?
But, sir,
Whatever you may have seen, your cheeks are still as much in need of a razor as before.
No, sir, no.
Sit, sir, sit!
Die! Die!
Lift your razor high, sweetie, hear it singing, yes. Sing it in the rosy skin of righteousness.
Oh, die! God in heaven, die! You! Oh, can it be? How have all the demons in hell who've come to torment me? Quick! To the oven!
Why did you scream? Does the judge still live?
He was clutching and holding on to my skirt, but now he's finished.
Leave them to me. Open the doors.
No!
Open the doors, I say!
No! Don't touch her!
What's the matter with you? It's only some meddling old beggar. Oh, no. Oh, God. Don't I know you? She said. You knew she lived? From the first moment that I walked into your shop, you knew my Lucy lived.
I was only thinking of you.
Lucy.
Oh, you're Lucy, a crazy mad hag, picking bones and rotten spuds out of alley ash cans. Would you have wanted to know that was all that was left of her?
You lied to me.
Oh, No, not lied at all. No, I never lied. Said she took the poison, she did. Never said that she died. Poor thing, she lived, but it left her weak in the head. All she did for months was just lie there in bed. Should have been in hospital, wound up in Bedlam instead. Poor thing, better that you think she was dead. Yes, I lied, 'cause I love you. I'd be twice the wife she was. I love you. Could that thing have cared for you like me?
Mrs. Lovett, you're a bloody wonder, eminently practical and yet appropriate as always. As you've said repeatedly, there's little point in dwelling on the past.
Do you
Come
mean it?
here,
Everything
my
I did,
love.
I swear I thought was only for the best.
Nothing to
Believe
fear, my
me,
love.
can we still
What's
be
dead is
married?
dead. The history of the world, my pet,
Oh, Mr. Todd, Mr. Todd, leave it to me.
is learn forgiveness and try to forget.
Privacy, Mr. Todd, will be comfy, cozy. You and me, Mr. Todd, where there's no one nosy.
And life is for the alive, my dear. So let's keep living it.
Just keep living it, really living it.
There was a barber and his wife. She was beautiful. A foolish barber and his wife. She was his reason and his life. And she was beautiful, and she was virtuous, and he was naive.
Cake, bake, man. Bake me a cake. No. Bake me a pie. Bake me a pie to delight me eye, and I will sigh the crust me high. Mr. Todd, it's the old woman. You owned the two of you. You shouldn't, you shouldn't harm nobody. Razor, cut again. Watch me grind my corn, pat him and prick him in back with beef, and put him in the oven for baby and me. You will pardon me, gentlemen, but you may not enter here. Oh, no, me mistress, don't let no man enter here. You see, sirs, there's work to be done, so much work. 3 times. That's the secret, 3 times. For them to be tender and juicy. 3 times to the grinder. Smoothly. Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. skin was pale and his eye was odd.
He shaved the faces of gentlemen who never thereafter were heard of again. He trod a path that few have trod, did Sweeney Todd.
The demon barber of Fleet Street.
He kept a shop in London town, of fancy clients and good renown.
And what if none of their souls were saved that went to the maker impeccably shaved?
By Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street.
Swing your razor wide, Sweeney, hold it to the skies. Freely flows the blood of those whom are lives.
His needs are few, his room is bare. He hardly uses his fancy chair. The more he bleeds, the more he lives. He never forgets and he never forgives. Perhaps today you gave a nod to Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Sweeney wishes the world away. Sweeney's weeping for yesterday, hiding the blade, waiting the years, hearing the music that nobody hears. Sweeney runs to the parlor hall. Sweeney reads on the office wall.
No one can help, nothing can hide you. Isn't that Sweeney there beside you? No one can help, no one can hide you. Isn't that Sweeney there beside you? Sweeney runs the world away.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
He served a dark and a hungry God.
He served a dark and a hungry God.
To seek revenge may lead to hell.
But everyone does it if seldom as well.
As Sweeney.
As Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet